Crime Team, Madam Kawala asked a particular question, and I'm going to repeat it here again, and we will talk about it. She said, was 2018 presidential election free and fair? And the answer is no. She asks another question again. What has changed within the electoral system that we are expecting a free and fair election in 2025? And the answer is nothing changed. And this particular question pushed me to ask again Professor Maurice Kamto. He decided in 2020 that he and his party would not run for municipal and parliamentary election until the electoral system is changed and until the Anglophone crisis is solved. But up to this point, none of them has been solved or nothing has changed. But he is fighting and say he must go in for the presidential election, even when his party is not eligible for the 2025 presidential election. So what is actually happening? If this is your first time on TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel and share this video. This is a question that TFA Talking Point has been asking, particularly when I'm presenting video concerning Professor Maurice Kamto case. I said he held on to that his party in 2020 would not participate in any election in Cameroon until the government ends the killing in southern Cameroon, until the electoral system is changed. And then with all this struggle from 2020 up to date, the electoral system has not been changed. Nothing has been corrected, amended within the electoral system. The Anglophone crisis is still going on. And then he is insisting that he must be a presidential candidate for 2025 under the same corrupt electoral system, still under the Anglophone crisis going on. And then coming back to that particular question, 2018 presidential election was not free and fair. Looking through the electoral system, nothing has changed. The same people are still there, the CPDM, appointed by President Paul Biya and the CPDM. There are 18 members in the in LECA, and all of them, at least 10 of them, are a central committee president of the CPDM. You come to the Constitutional Council, all of them are CPDM militants, appointed by the government, the CPDM government. So there is nothing that we should be expecting as free, fair, and transparent election this 2025. And that is why in some of my videos, I told you people that if the government of President Paul Biya decide and say the election should be free and fair, it would be their choice that they would decide and say, okay, we should just allow them. If they wish and say it will not be free and fair, it will not be free and fair, because they are the one managing, they are the one organizing, they are the one printing the ballot paper, they are the one appointing members of polling station. They are the ones to decide who will be an observer and who will not be an observer. So there is nothing that will change. So if they are running and fighting and doing all these things, it is for their own personal interests. Those who hold on to, because not all the opposition leaders were campaigning for electoral change. Some are okay with it, and those we are not facing them. But the one who came out openly, like Professor Maurice Kamto, and said they will not participate in any election until the electoral system is changed. And they are still running, fighting to, even when they are not eligible, meaning there is something wrong. And that particular issue is self-interest. Because it is all. Because 2020 municipal election and parliamentary election, he was not supposed to run. And that is maybe the reason why he asked his militant not to. If he was to be maybe a parliamentarian, he could have maybe said, okay, we should go in for. And that is where we say hypocrisy is dancing around many of our opposition leaders. And if they do not change from the attitude of selfishness, self-centeredness, then they are not going anywhere. Because nature, conscience, and God, they are all sin and worship and fighting also against such things.